Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Greedfall. Last episode, we went and finished up a long issue that was going on with the Knots. All is well there, and the Knots are very happy to have us. Wrong button, I wanted to look at this. Now we've got the Coin Guard Knots and natives all friendly with us. Still need to get the alliance of the friendliness of Ptolemy, the Bridge Alliance, and the Congregation. The Bridge Alliance and Congregation both think we're nice, but they need to be friendly, and Ptolemy is still suspicious of us, but I suppose that should be expected, really. That said, what we're going to do next, I think... Well, we can't really do anything there. We have 2 side quests for companions, but... why don't we go do this? Assess the situation at the Calcin Glade. I don't remember what particular thing this quest has to do with, but I feel like it might have been the Bridge Alliance. So we're going to go there with the native and Afra here. So remove you, Siora, and Afra. We'll see how this goes. So we need to travel up to here to Quinvar, the tall trees, which I don't think we've been to yet. New region, huzzah! Yes, camp in the woods, shut up, I'm going on. I'm continuing onwards. Quinvar, the tall trees. No, we have not been here yet. Alright, time to begin our exploration of this new region. See what we find and what we deal with. There is the logging camp over there. I don't think we'll go to it right now. Let's explore elsewhere first, why don't we? There does appear to be something here. Look at this small, humble home of natives. Exiled native.
Some Renaigse around here.
That doesn't happen often. Do you want something?
Ask them why they live here.
You're very isolated here. Why live so far from a village? It's a long story. Matir, will you tell him?
When I was young, I got engaged to a young man, but he wasn't my Minundanem. I thought he was, but I was wrong. And one day, I met the one I would love for all my life. As I had broken my engagement, we were exiled.
So, our parents came to settle here. They built this house, and we were born.
There. Now you know the whole story. Do you want to know anything else?
No, that is all. Thank you.
I'll leave you alone.
Qua awalem seg.
Okay, I did see something to the west here. Let me guess. Skill point or camp? One of the two. It's a camp. Boom. We got 4 camps that can be set up in here. This region is not that big, interestingly enough. And it has 4 camps? Interesting. Is there something over here? This looks like a nice tucked back area. No, there is not. Thought there might be something hidden there, but I was wrong! Clearly I was wrong. And it appears this leads to a dead end that we cannot pass through. At least not yet. Also appears to be something on this ledge up here, I think. Aha! Here we are. This will lead up to whatever's up there, if anything. Just a ruined hut. Nothing else. Okay, fine. Well, let's head to the logging camp then. Nothing else to do around here. Let's see. The way in... I think we have to go around past this and get there. I seriously don't remember what the logging camp situation was. Hopefully I took the right people for it. I can see the logging camp. Let me just take a look, because it looks like there's something to the north. Oh, yeah. Well, there's also... it doesn't look like there's anything actually up here. Yes, over here, is it another camp? It is. Another camp, so close. Fascinating. Found the logging expedition. Ooh, I just realized. Codex! Location. Quenvar. Quenvar is a forested and rather isolated valley whose tall trees are particularly popular with carpenters from the mainland and are the source of its native name. Looks like our only option really is to go in there. Well, let's investigate.
Do not force us to use our weapons.
We do not want to shed blood. We want to give life
Oh,
back
right.
Do you not understand that these woods are sacred?
Now I remember.
Right. We told you to leave. Now go.
It was the natives who asked us to come here, because thanks to all the cutting, they wanted the natives to come in order to plant more trees. I remember now.
What's happening here, soldier?
These islanders want to enter a plot of land that belongs to the congregation.
They are denying us access to the glade.
We must heal it. Otherwise, this land will die.
I am sorry, but we cannot let you enter this area.
But we only want to plant some new trees. Bring life back.
These people are fanatics, Your Excellency. Several woodcutters died last night, and I'm willing to bet that these savages had a hand in it.
You are killing the earth, so it kills you in
Oh,
return.
great.
All of you are cursed.
Shut it, you savage!
Desade, I'm the legate of the merchant congregation on this island. I came to shed light on this affair. You said that some woodcutters died.
Aye, they fell sick and died a few hours later. Well, the camp doctor will be able to tell you more about it. You'll find him in the barracks right here.
Thank you, soldier. I'll go see him.
Okay.
Please, Your Excellency, you may come in.
Thank you, but let's speak with the doctor first.
Hello, Doctor. I am the legate of the congregation. I was told about the disputes caused by this camp, and a soldier told me that several woodcutters died recently.
Yes. They got sick yesterday afternoon, and a few hours later they were dead. I couldn't do anything except watch them writhing in pain. None of my remedies worked. If seeing corpses doesn't bother you, you can come and see the bodies. They're here. I hope that whatever killed them is not contagious.
That would be a very good thing. I mean, it would be bad if they were.
These poor woodcutters look like they've suffered. This one has a swollen tongue, blood at the corner of the mouth. There are some peculiar red patches on the bodies. His eyes are bloodshot. This man choked to death. A strong smell of ammonia. The entrails must have been perforated.
The appearance of these bodies and the smell emanating from their mouths leaves me in no doubt. They were poisoned. That this doctor could have believed that this was simply an illness is beyond me.
I can't see anything else of interest.
Well, that's certainly worrying.
So, what do you think? Do you recognize their disease?
They didn't die of disease. They were poisoned. There's no doubt about it.
You're probably right. But I've heard these savages talking so much about curses, so I thought it must be a mysterious disease, rather than seeing what was before my eyes. But how could these three men be poisoned?
Do you recognize the poison?
I'm not sure. Do their symptoms not point to anything?
No. I've never seen such a deadly poison with these symptoms.
Has anyone entered the barracks?
Have you noticed anyone unusual here?
Unusual? No.
What did they drink?
Did they drink anything in particular?
They like to drink their fills in the evening. Life is dreary here. But if the poison was in the alcohol, I'd also be on the pile of corpses.
Did they eat anything strange?
What did they eat yesterday? Did they eat any mushrooms?
No, we avoid that kind of thing. We don't know enough about the region's plant life. The congregation provides us with dry produce, otherwise we eat game. Yesterday they butchered a beast brought by the hunters.
Hunters?
Natives who bring us game regularly in exchange for knickknacks. But they've been restocking us for months. I struggle to believe that they're involved.
Well, we'll see what they have to say. Where can I find them?
They usually hunt on the edge of the wood that leads to this camp.
Find the hunters at the edge of the woods. Could investigate there. We'll do it later. Interesting that we could have insisted, but probably should have. Let's see. Oh, hello. Ow. Oh, there are those creatures dead.
Atoi! This is our prey, Renaigse. How can we earn our reward if you hunt our prey?
Justify yourself.
We only defended ourselves. These beasts attacked us. But take them. We do not intend to eat them.
Thank you. But what are you doing here, Renaigse, if you're not here to hunt?
We were looking for you.
Us? What do you want from us?
3 woodcutters were poisoned yesterday after eating what you brought them.
Poison? I swear we are not responsible for this.
Insist.
Listen, all the clues lead to you, but it may simply have been an accident. How about you tell me exactly what happened?
It wasn't really an accident, but we did not want to kill them either.
Oh dear.
Then tell me how it happened.
We did not decide to do this. We were trading beautiful things with the camp. But the elder said that we would be traitors to our clan if we let the woodcutters cut down all the trees.
Which elder?
One of the old men from Vigigidor, our village. He is very angry because we cannot heal the glade. He gave us the meat of an andrig killed by a venomous dosentats. Its flesh is perfectly edible when prepared with certain berries, but without them, eating it would be lethal. And since the Renaigse invaded our forest, these berries are nowhere to be found. He wanted it to be a lesson for them, so that they may understand that their destruction brings death.
I will not hold you
dear.
responsible, but from now on you will no longer bring meat to this camp. You are the instruments of a hateful old man's vengeance, and I'm under the impression that there will be even more deaths if I do not get to the root of this problem.
The Vegigido elder thought it best to take vengeance into his own hands. I understand his anger, but Dunkus would not approve of this. He would say that bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed, and he wouldn't be wrong.
This whole thing could turn into an open war. We cannot let that happen. Sir de Corsillon will be able to give some advice on how to solve this property conflict, without violence.
We'll go speak with him after I finish exploring this region, because I kind of want to. I like exploring these regions. It's nice seeing what I can find, getting a little experience from killing creatures. And we're allowed in, so I will.
Do not force us to use our weapons. We do not want to shed blood.
You have discovered Kalsen. Well, see what we can find in here. Well, there is something to investigate up to the north somewhere. Here's the area that's been logged. Let's see. Surprisingly, not really any wild animals around here. I thought there might be something to investigate across the river there. I guess I was wrong. Let's see. Just to the north. Another camp! This region is very small. I'm surprised at how many camps there are.
Sorry, this is private property. I cannot allow you to enter.
Okay, I guess we can't go into this mine here. Mine jail. Really? There's a mine? And it seems you can't explore over there. So, teleport out to see Mr. de Courcillon. Gotta travel, I believe, to... yes. To the Desardet residence. Pass by all this. Still got like 10 minutes. I think we got enough time, hopefully, to finish this up. And we're here. Now, into the governor's manse to find de Courcillon. Yes, I do like saying things like that sometimes. It's fun. Oh no, we gotta go no, this is still the way we go. It's all the way at the top of this place. That said, I imagine the simple... well, then again, considering he was hostile. Oh boy.
Sir de Courcillon.
Desardet, my young student, what can I do for you?
Let's see. Talk about the conflicts. There's a lot we can talk to him about. Huh. Let's talk about everything we can here. Why not? Let's talk about Madame de Morange.
What do you know about Lady Morange?
Laurine de Morange is a brilliant woman. The work that she has accomplished here is remarkable.
In that case, why did the prince strip her of her governor status?
For political reasons, obviously. Allowing someone so brilliant to govern a distant city for too long is not without risks. She may eventually have whims of independence.
Really?
What's more, the prince was looking for a position where your cousin could learn his responsibilities. This governor position seemed ideal.
What about the position of the congregation on the island?
What can you tell me about the congregation's status on the island?
Well, thanks to Lady Morange's excellent work, our situation is rather comfortable. Our young city is expanding. New villages and cultivations are starting to emerge, and unlike our neighbors, we have managed to develop rather positive relations with the natives. I hope that our new governor will continue in this direction.
As long as he lives. What about the Prince of Orsay?
Do you have any news from my uncle?
Don't forget how long it took us to reach this shore. I don't think we'll receive any mail from the prince for some weeks, but I am certain that he would be very satisfied with your work here. Just like I am.
And what about the first colonization of the congregation?
Did you know that the congregation have already tried to colonize this island in the past?
Oh, yes. I learned about it in some old archives, but the prince made me swear to keep it a secret.
And I suppose that you also knew that it's where I was born.
No, that part I guessed once I arrived here. But I knew that you were not the child of Madame de Sardet. I knew her husband, you see, and despite what you may have been told, you do not look like him. The portraits you saw had been modified to make it seem like you did.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I imagine that uncovering such a lie must have hurt you terribly. But you can be certain of one thing. Your mother loved you dearly.
But why? Why hide the truth from me for all this time?
I don't know. The prince has his own reasons, and he's the one you should be asking. As for your mother, I believe she eventually started believing her own lie.
Let's talk about the camps. I'm not sure what camps,
The mission you entrusted me with has made great progress.
Very well. Let's see. Good.
Oh,
You have traveled
right.
great distances, and the terra incognita will soon be but a distant memory. Keep doing what you're doing, de Sade.
Right,
Can
the
your old
camps we're
professor
actually
still
doing,
prove himself
we're
useful?
actually setting up in every location. Still working on it. Professor Serafedin.
I found no traces of Professor Serafedin yet.
That's most regrettable. But keep looking for him, will you? You never know. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
In one more way. Talk about the conflict surrounding the glade.
I have come to find you because I received a complaint from the natives of the village of Vigigidor. They want to be able to access a clearing, exploited by our woodcutters, to heal it. To reforest it, I assume. But our men there say that it belongs to them, and are refusing to let the natives enter it. The site was supposedly ceded to them several months ago, but tensions are running high and some men have lost their lives. If we don't intervene, we're heading for a real confrontation.
It is very regrettable, and I approve of your desire to appease this conflict. According to what you have told me, if ever there was a contract, it must have been signed under our former governor. You should go to the archives and verify this. Then go and talk to Lady Laurine de Morange.
Sounds
And
fair
of
enough.
course, I'll be delighted to help you once things have been clarified.
Thank you, Professor. Once more, you've been of great help.
Can your old professor still prove himself?
No, that is all. Thank
Looking
you.
forward to seeing you again.
Alright, so we gotta go down to the archives. More running. Yay. Alright. It's all the way in the basement, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's far down there. Oh yeah, way down in the basement. There's the way down. This way? No. This way. I think the archives is where we actually had everyone hidden when they were under attack. Yes, I believe it is. Ah, and here it is. Following negotiations between Chief Dunkas and Governor de Morange over lands in the Quenvar region, it was hereby decided that the negotiated lands would henceforth be the sole and exclusive property of the merchant congregation for the purpose of carrying out a logging activity. Access to this area is now restricted to members of the congregation. So, that does sound pretty cut and dry. But there's got to be a way to negotiate things better. Let's go speak with de Morange. See what we can come up with here. Unfortunately, her no longer being the governor means she can't really do anything directly. Of course, things aren't going to be easy with this. Let us speak.
Good day, dear sir. Happy to see you again in such fine health. How can I be of service?
Ask her about the contract.
I need you to enlighten me about the property deed of a glade near Vigigidor. The natives want to access this place, which according to them is sacred, and which they would like to heal. But some of our men there are using this deed to deny them access to the area. Tensions are running high, and some people have died.
Yes, there was a time when we enacted a lot of contracts. Do you have the document with you?
Yes, here it is.
This cession agreement is only signed with a cross on the native side. Well, writing is foreign to them. As is the notion of land ownership. For them, the earth only belongs to itself.
If they did not possess these lands, how did they cede them?
I doubt they knew what this agreement represented, to be honest.
In that case,
Why make them sign it?
When we arrived on the island, we had to ensure our access to certain commodities. We also had to make sure that we had legal ownership of the lands we were occupying. The natives dreamed of possessing some baubles that they didn't know how to craft. It was easy to make them sign agreements that they didn't understand by giving them some.
Oof.
I was a stranger to their philosophy then. I only thought about my city, and I regret it.
I'm sure we can fix this mistake.
I hope so, Your Excellency. Come, let's find Sir de Corsilion. Can I
Agreed.
help you with any other matter?
Nothing
My lady,
else.
I have to go. Goodbye.
Sir de Corsilion, it's always a pleasure.
Madame, I expect you've come to see me about this regrettable problem concerning a clearing, which my student told me about.
Indeed. And I think I may have a solution that will allow us to solve this conflict peacefully.
Do you now?
I'm listening.
I must admit that I established this at a time when the culture and the mentality of the natives was foreign to me. The clan of this village was rather open to our presence. They welcomed us with benevolence. For this reason, I think we should allow them access to these lands. In doing so, we would appease the tensions, and we would also retain ownership of the wood. We would even benefit from such an agreement if the natives reforest this area. Then we could exploit it for a longer period of time.
I find this decision perfectly viable, and I approve, but several men were killed, and their comrades will seek vengeance if the person or persons responsible do not pay for their crimes.
Indeed.
I'm convinced that Dunkus, the chief of this clan, never approved such an action.
I understand, but I will only write a decree allowing people to go to this clearing, provided the murderer is delivered to us.
Thank you, Master. I will inform Dunkus of your decision.
Alright. Well, let's go speak with Dunkas immediately. I guess this episode may go on a few minutes longer, probably due to the whole distraction I had speaking with de Corsillon. All we need to do is deal with this whole issue with the people who were killed. Right, over to the hut for travel. To Vidrad, to Vigyigidor. Yes, yes, camp in the woods. I don't care about it. Onwards. Let's see, this way. Right in here, right nearby.
What brings you here on Almanawi?
Talk about the conflict.
At this old man's request, I investigated the conflict that opposes you and my nation regarding the clearing. You will now be able to access it freely, to accomplish your rituals or heal the area, and the congregation will keep exploiting the forest. However, there is one condition to this new agreement. You must deliver this man to us because he is responsible for the deaths of several woodcutters.
These men died because of their own foolishness. No one else is responsible for their deaths. If they hadn't cut all the ochreberry trees, they would have survived.
What does that mean? What are the two of you talking about?
Oh boy.
3 woodcutters died after eating the meat of an andrig after it was killed by a venomous Dawson tats.
It's nothing but a terrible coincidence. And if they had eaten the ochreberries...
We know that you are responsible for this. The hunters told me everything.
How could you do this? You acted more foolishly than an irascible adolescent. By killing these men, you have brought upon us their wrath. And it is only natural that they should ask for justice.
Dunkus, I beg you. I only wanted the Renoigse to understand the value of the trees they were cutting.
Bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed, and you know that. I would never have thought you capable of doing something so foolish.
If you want to stop the woodcutters taking vengeance into their own hands, you must deliver this man to us.
I understand.
But I have one condition before
Condition
we make
to a
this
condition.
agreement. The Lugaid Blau fooled us in the past. It is their turn to prove their good faith.
What do you want from us?
There is a mine in the forest that the congregation has long operated with help from my people. But digging into the mountain has risked it collapsing. We reinforced the earth with wood. We worked with the Lugaid Blau to save the mountain and the men. We agreed to stop digging and sealed the entrance with a boulder. But some Renaigse came back, and I think they started digging again. And some of my people started going missing. Perhaps because they had seen them break their promise. If the mountain collapses and it is your clan's fault, thousands of lives will be lost.
Thousands?
And you want me to intervene?
You have to stop them. Remind them of their promise. This is the price of my trust. If you do, we punish the person responsible for the death of the woodcutters, and all our quarrels will be gone.
I'll go to this mine and see what's going on.
Very well.
Is there anything else?
No, that is
Honestly.
all. Thank you.
Goodbye, Dunkus.
Qua awalum seg.
Didn't quite level up, but that is what we'll do next. In the next episode, because this one has, frankly, gone on long enough. Next episode, we'll go deal with the issue with the mine and make things all better with the natives. That'll be in the next episode. So until then, I am Cheswick44. That is Desarde, Afra, and Siora. This has been a Let's Play of Greedfall, and I shall see you all next time.